Who doesn't love Gary? Nobody. Everybody loves Gary. Hey Gary, it's time to get ready for your party. Gary, you gotta get clean for your party. It's your gotcha day. All your friends are coming. Should we go get your friends? Let's go get them. Gizmo and Nate. Grape and Dice. Who else? It's not a party without Gus. So these are all the boys that are part of the Guinea Pig City top upper area. So basically, Gary and Gizmo, they live next to Nate, but they also are able to see Gus and they're able to see Grape and Dice. So all of these guys have some interaction. Oh, and we're missing one more boy, aren't we? Pipsqueak. We're missing Pipsqueak. Pippy. Come on, look, there's lettuce. So this is Gary's 5th gotcha day. Gus, don't escape. Very sneaky, Gus. Okay, now, I really would definitely not recommend trying this at home. I've done this before with these boys, and in a very limited interaction, they can get along. And I'm pretty confident that all of the bonded boys are so mellow that they will be able to go back with each other without upsetting each other. And if I see a bonded pair start to get too upset, then I will separate them immediately. Look at this, Gary. You can take this home with you. Nope. Come on, you gotta stay in here, boys. Everybody's gotta stay in here. I didn't have a playpen, so I'm taking a risk. This whole thing is wide open. Alright, let's try to assess the situation a little bit. Who's the most rambunctious? Well, we know that Gizmo loves drama. So wherever there's drama, he's going to be there. Pippy, don't run away. Come on, stay in here. Stay in the playpen. So this is just really, I want to celebrate Gary. We love Gary so much. Everybody loves Gary. Gary, looks like maybe you got peed on already. And Nate back here is always crying. It's almost Nate's 5th birthday, so that's going to be the next time we do a party like this. That's coming up in a couple months. And if ever there was a Buddha, it's Grape. So, I know that you guys love seeing the chaos, and I do too. Controlled chaos. So I'm ready. What's the matter? You're loving this, huh, Dice? So again, if you guys are new to the channel, we've got Nate and Dice. And Dice's cage mate is Grape over here. And then, of course, Gary's cage mate is Gizmo. And little Pipsqueak back here. So the only solo boys in this whole thing are Gus and Pipsqueak. But the reason why this group is together is because these guys all are able to interact with each other socially. So, right, Pipsqueak is able to see everybody with his racetrack, and Grape and Dice are able to interact with Gary and Nate and Gizmo through the balcony. And Gus, he's able to look up over his bridge and see Gary and Gizmo and Nate. Gary, you got some runny milky eye. When they're grooming themselves, as we saw him do just earlier, they often produce that milky eye. So, because he's a teddy, it doesn't absorb as easily. But it's his party. He can cry if he wants to. Okay, everybody's frantic. You don't want to try the cookies? You want to try the cookies? Smell good. Whatever cookies are not eaten, I will distribute amongst everybody. Of course, everybody wants to eat the lettuce first. Right? Mr. Handsome Nate. Again, I love to hear from people who have trios. Always love to hear people say that they've got a trio and it's working, because we don't recommend it at the rescue. But I know that there's always going to be exceptions to the rule. And I love to hear about the exceptions to the rule, because I'm always trying to learn and expand what my understanding is about piggy behavior, especially boys. Happy Gotcha Day, Gary. You mean so much to me. There you go. But that's your buddy. You can hump Gizmo anytime. Right? Right, Gizmo? Pippi. Pippi. This is just a lot of fur. Nope, everybody stay in here. Oh boy. What a celebration. You know, we've only done this a handful of times, because it's chaos. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boys. And you've been complaining the whole time, Nate. Because, like, normally I don't want the bonded pairs to hang out with and get annoyed by one of these solo boys. What are you doing back there? Is that why you're so annoyed? You're sniffing his butt. You're sniffing his butt, Gary. And these two guys never get to be together. Gross. There's poop flinging around. And he's still. Oh, come on, guys. Stay in here. Still crying. You got two kinds of piggies. You got the munchers and the humpers. And I think the humpers are going to be pretty upset when all the lettuce runs out. And then they start to tooth chatter. Whose pee is that? Gus found a funky spot. But it's Gary's birthday. Well, it's his gotcha day. So I'm guessing that Gary is actually, he's probably about 5.5, because I think he was close to 6 months on his gotcha day. Why don't we take a look at some moments from when we got him? has a crest. It's a boy, right?
Well, you tell me. I didn't know.
As soon as I saw Gary, I fell in love with him. And I knew that I wanted to keep him, that I wanted him to be part of the family. He's just such a special kid. He's just got such a funny face, and I just bonded with him right away, and I had to take him home. I love these boys so much. I love to be able to do this. This is not something that I normally do. It's not something I do regularly. But to mark a special occasion such as this and get some of these ridiculous moments with these boys, it's just something that only happens a handful of times. So precious. There's not much cuter than a guinea pig cleaning themselves. And nobody's even tried the cookies. What are you doing over here? Grape, what are you doing? Who wants to try this? Nobody? Uh-oh, the first tooth chatter. You want to try it? Try it. Try it. Of all the people to chatter at, Gizmo chatters at Grape. Yeah, there you go. Here. Oh, there he goes. Here, somebody try a cookie. You want to try a cookie? No? Okay, everyone's starting to get upset, so I think the party's almost over, and that's what I got to do is take the most rambunctious piggies out one at a time, or the one that's the most upset, which is looking like Grape. I love you, Pippi. Okay, so we're going to take Grape back first. You ready to go home, Mr. Dice? Dice is probably going to be worked up for the rest of the day. It's nice to see Dice up on his feet. What are you doing over there? Hey. Come here. Okay, one last hurrah. You ready? Okay, let's go. What a well-behaved little group. Come on, Gus, come on in. Come on. Come on, Gus, get close. You always got to have one butt sniffer in the group. This is one of those moments when I question if Pipsqueak is even blind. Who's that crying? Gus! Look at this Pippi. Look at these two boys. You guys don't get to hang out together enough. Ooh. Nate found a cookie. Little heart-shaped cookie. Good. You like them? What are you chattering at him for? You guys know each other. You guys love each other. Well, somebody loves somebody. All right, Nate. Nate, you want to go home? You ready to go back? Okay. Say goodbye, Nate. Say goodbye. Oh. That is basically a miracle. What's that old adage? There's only peace until the lettuce runs out. And it looks like the lettuce is running out. So I guess we'll put Gus back next. Though he's being pretty well behaved. So I guess if you guys are still watching, then you're probably as fascinated by the subtleties of guinea pig behavior as I am. But these little parties remind me of some of the piggies that I've lost who were at the last party. You know, Ron and Piggy Smalls and Popeye and Billy. They leave such an imprint on our hearts. But the best we can do is remember them and give the love and open our homes to those that need help now. And every one of these guys came from a ridiculous situation. Pippi came from North Central, and they were going to put him to sleep because he was underweight with a head tilt. Gary was at West LA shelter. Probably was surrendered there because he's a biter. He's a nipper. His name was Pua when he was surrendered, and the ladies at the shelter renamed him Prince Harry. But I named him Gary after the orange Garibaldi fish. That's why he has an eye. And of course, Gizmo was surrendered to me with Ron. They were living in an outdoor rabbit hutch. Ron had horrible bumblefoot. And Gus was at my local shelter. And he's such a character. And he got along with Popeye, so that's why I decided to keep him. Why is everybody under here? Onyx! You didn't get to join the party. Nope. I didn't want any trouble to be caused. Onyx was here all along. And Onyx, you could join the crew too if you could just get along with somebody. Gus and Onyx could be best buds forever. Or Pippi. Okay, Gus, let's go home. Okay, Pippi. Hey, you can take that lettuce with you. I'm going to put some other party videos right here at the end. So, If you want to see more piggy chaos with some of the piggies that maybe we lost over the last few years, those will be right here. Alright guys, thank you so much for all your support and all of your well wishes for Gary. Until next time, thanks for watching.